Hey, all you wingdingers out in CF3 land. Want to welcome you to the first ever live Find segment for our show. I'm, of course, Dames Marvs. And to my whatever side he's on for you, we have Dane Michael. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great.
What are you drinking?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm ready for this.
Oddly enough, I'm drinking a Busch Light apple from 1 year ago. We keep this in our fridge as a joke, but I drank all of my beer last weekend and forgot to buy some more. So here goes nothing.
What was last weekend?
A bunch of parties out in Neola, rural Iowa, where one goes to party.
Or one goes to film a B-budget horror film. Speaking of, this is a Find segment, so I've found some things. But first, I want to ask you: have you ever been in a movie?
I haven't been in one that's been completed.
All right, fair enough. Me neither. But we're gonna that all is gonna come to an end at some point. So what I want to do now is I want to bring on my first find. Her name is Stephanie the Stripper. I'm gonna bring her on, and then I don't know what's gonna happen because it's live. Stephanie the Stripper, how are you?
Good. How are you?
So I am well. Thank you for asking. Have you been in a movie before?
Yes. Well, it hasn't been completed yet either.
So you're in the same situation as us.
Yes.
Like that's amazing to me. Well, you're obviously gorgeous. You're obviously
Thanks.
Here because you're in the same film that we are.
Yes.
But I just want to say before we bring in the next guest, yes, there's another. That if some woman is ever lucky enough to put the albatross that is a ring on my finger, you got to do my bachelor party. You got it.
Okay.
So, the man that's putting the film together that we three are in, I mean, we don't have like major roles or anything, but
this film,
yes, it is called After School Lunch Special 2.
Sloppy Seconds.
Sloppy Seconds.
And you're getting
bring on AJ
during our live show. He's getting
bring
texted
on AJ
during our live show. AJ Chambers, director of After School Lunch Special 2, Sloppy Seconds, a Hodgebob production.
You guys are wrong. You are in a movie that has been completed.
Oh, it's been completed?
No. Not that.
The COVID. He made a COVID-related movie last year. We're in it.
I'm sorry. I was just looking at my
called?
IMDb page, and it's not on there.
It's not?
I don't think
it
should be.
Stephanie, do you have an IMDb page yet?
I do.
Okay,
Somebody made it for me for another movie that I was supposed to be in, but I think that other movie got canceled. I don't know.
Okay. Well, this one is not going to get canceled because AJ has invested a lot of money in it.
So if it gets canceled, I'll just release it.
Before we deep dive on the context of the film, like when it's going to come out, or we got a bunch of things for you. AJ, you are currently banned from Facebook for 30 days. Do you want to tell me that's what happened there? How this came to be?
Somebody asked me
Guilty.
if I was going to kill them in a scene, and I said, yes, I'll kill you when I figure that one out. And that was it. I just said, I'll kill you. And
that's a death threat ban.
Yes. 30 days.
Premeditated.
I'm surprised nobody got in trouble for posting me naked.
I know. Yes. Previous to that, I got in trouble for nudity that wasn't nudity, right. And then I got in trouble for.
Was it this picture?
No. Lloyd Kaufman posted me completely naked from the front, and he didn't even get in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, he's Lloyd Kaufman.
Yeah.
They're like, let's hit the ban. Nah, fucking Lloyd Kaufman. We're not gonna ban.
Right.
Lloyd.
So I was able to share it on my page. I'm like, sweet. Now I can share myself.
That's pretty dope.
Wow.
All right. So you're obviously not going to kill Dane in real life, but
No.
I guess that's a spoiler alert that you're going to kill him in the film. So I'm good with it. Can't wait to see it. I was at the premiere of the first one. I don't know if you remember that, but I was there in full support with Wendy, and it was awesome. And I was like, I was in awe because we had talked to you, for our show, and I'm sitting there in the theater, which I have done literally thousands of times, and I'm watching something that somebody that I know put together. And I mean, people could say it's awful, people could say it's great, but you know what? You fucking did it, man. And I was so proud at that time that when I heard you were doing a second one, I'm like, is there anything I can do to help you? No matter what it is, we'll walk to the end of the earth for you, man. So I'm glad that you put this together. I'm glad that you got Stephanie. Amazing. Yeah. So let's talk about the film. It's obviously a sequel. Is there going to be a grand, like we had last time?
A theatrical premiere?
Yes. Yes.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so. It was a little expensive last time, but yeah, because you have
a bigger budget this time.
The budget is gone.
Right.
But you have to get this thing called a DCP, and what that is, it's basically like a hard drive, and instead of it being a regular video file, it's broken down into frames, so it's essentially like a film reel, kind of. So yeah, it's expensive, and
that's where all the costs.
I only used it once.
Wow. But you could use it again in theory if you were to.
Yes.
Let's say do a marathon.
A double
you could
feature.
Watch the first one. Yeah.
Yes.
And you get your double bang for the buck.
Yeah.
What made you decide to do a second one?
Well, I'm not going to stop making movies, but
thank you.
There was a lot of people that pushed for a sequel. And I just started coming up with ideas, and once I do that, I can't stop. I gotta just get it made.
And how did you get the lovely Stephanie involved? I'll let Stephanie answer that. Okay. How did you get approached for this film?
On Facebook. He messaged me on Facebook asking if I wanted to be a part of it, and honestly, I agreed to it without even knowing what I was doing. I'm just like, yep, okay.
All right, because that was going to be my next question. I mean, I can only assume, and I've actually seen you post and make fun of people that reach out to you on Facebook when it's inappropriate or stupid, and I love it. I think it's hilarious.
It depends on how a person approaches me.
Right. But
if somebody comes at me in a professional manner, and I can tell by the way they speak, and they come at me in a professional manner, then I'm going to respond, even if it's a no thanks. Rather than somebody just, demanding something, or, those are the people that I go off on, or the people that don't come at me professionally.
I laughed my ass off at it.
What?
What was AJ's approach? Like full sentences and stuff?
Yeah.
Hey, baby, want to be on TV?
I can't even remember specifically, but I know he sent me the script, and I said I read it, but I don't think I did. I just agreed to it. I read it later, though.
Well,
right, so
he gave you cue cards for the shoot day. That's AJ right there with the cue card and the camera.
I was so nervous I couldn't read, and I had read the script before, but I was so nervous to be in front of all the people. I was really nervous.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though. That was every bit as much as a prop for the scene as it was an actual.
It wasn't planned. It wasn't
There's
planned,
your lines.
But we wanted to put the cue cards in there just so, because it was hot and Lloyd was out in the sun, and he's elderly. And then I was like, wait, screw it. Let's put the cue cards actually in the scene. 'Cause why not? It makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it made sense. I mean, I hope we're not blowing anything by,
Nah.
Stephanie plays a reporter in the film. And Lloyd is the mayor of Tromaville, obviously. I mean, that's a real life role for him.
And Dames, don't forget who I play in that scene. Guy
You
holding
are the
caution
guy
tape.
holding tape.
Guy holding caution tape.
That's how I'll put you in the credits.
And I've
Look,
you guys, battled with this before.
I have to make myself
was
bigger here for you to see it. I saved this crime scene caution tape here, this prop, because Lloyd cut it in half. So it's part of my life
Lloyd
and my
Kaufman.
film legacy now. So
So
And
I've
now it's
struggled
on
with this,
Castle
AJ.
Grayskull.
People were like, "So you were in this movie?" I was like, "Yeah, I was in the movie." They're like, "Well, what'd you do?" I was like, "I was the cameraman." And they're like, "So you weren't in the movie?" I'm like, "No. You're misunderstanding. The scene I'm in was shot by an actual. There you go. Was shot by an actual cameraman, but I was playing the cameraman."
Yeah, within
I'm like, "Just watch it. You'll see me. I'm hard to miss."
an 80s VHS recorder.
Dude, that's another thing that blows my mind, AJ. I see 2 days before this scene, "Hey, we're looking for a old handheld camcorder. If anyone has one, please let us know." And then I show up and it's there. So you must have a great support system behind you,
Yeah.
to fulfill the needs of what you.
Really, I'm only a small part of making the movie. It's all the people who are doing the roles and who are lending me their homes and their backyards and whatever.
Sure.
I just come up with the idea and ask people.
If there's anything that we can do, to help get this thing done. I mean, even to help get it for a premiere. I mean, we gladly chip in and help on that too.
Speaking of premieres, our pal Aaron Gum said you can generate one of those DCPs in Adobe Premiere.
Yeah. There's I don't use Adobe Premiere. I use what's it called?
I bet you Aaron
it's the
does.
Black Magic. Yeah,
do it for you.
But I can make one too, but I'd have to still buy the actual cartridge thing.
Well, they have these things.
He can solder one together for you.
He probably could.
They have these things.
He's doing the music
campaigns, and I know that you know about those because you raised $5,000 successfully from your first one. You could do like a little help us get a premiere.
Yeah, it's a possibility. Yeah,
Stephanie will, of course, put that across all of her channels because she wants to go to a red carpet out in Omaha, Alamo Draft.
My fans are always willing to pay things to make me happy.
Yeah, there you go. See, we got to use the materials we have to work with. So when you reached out to Stephanie, did you know what part in the film you wanted her to play?
Yeah. Okay. The story with that was I originally wanted to get Joe Bob Briggs and Darcy the Mail Girl. And they were going to be the mayor and the reporter. So I needed somebody with, implants for the gag. There's a joke in there with that. And so I was just looking around.
Spoiler alert. She has implants, everyone.
They're still new, so I mean, they're still like up in my chest.
Yeah, mine are settled already.
Yeah, obviously they're up in my chest. I mean, up in like my chin. Like, yeah, they'll go down eventually.
AJ, what are you drinking? We didn't ask you.
I've got a White Russian and a Budweiser.
Which one's the chaser?
The Budweiser.
You didn't ask Stephanie what she's drinking, did you?
I didn't, because I actually didn't warn
I'm assuming White Claw. Oh, truly. I'm sorry.
Oh, there you go.
You had White Claws around your bathtub on Facebook the other day.
It was actually a whole bunch of Truly and then one White Claw that I was drinking out of because I went out to smoking and I didn't bring enough drinks with me, so I had to grab another while I was out.
So it sounds like White Claw for you is like the Busch Light Apple for me, like the last choice.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm on a diet, so I got to drink shit with no taste.
That's a ringing endorsement for Truly, everybody.
It's like Truly disgusting and Big Wave Golden Ale.
That's from Hawaii. Stephanie, have you been to Hawaii?
I have. I used to live there when I was a kid.
What? Where were you born? Were you born in Nebraska?
Utah. I was raised Mormon.
More man.
Yeah, they fucked that one up.
That's how it
They
goes.
fucked that one up pretty bad.
Yeah,
So,
I actually
AJ,
got started a little bit in Japan when I was a kid. I was in a music video and it was on Japanese MTV. Like I can still look it up on YouTube. And so that was my first like acting thing, but it wasn't a movie. It was just a music video.
is that on your IMDb page?
It's not. It should be.
I think you take every opportunity to get whatever you can on your IMDb page because
Yeah.
it's the best reference to be like, oh, I did that.
Can I add porn to it?
You can.
Yeah.
I mean, I went viral on a porn video and then the guy took my credit off. So I'll add that to my IMDb page.
The reason I'm not AJ Chambers and I'm Andrew J. Chambers is because there's an
this is
AJ
great.
Chambers who does gay porn. And he was first. So
We were very swift to bring that up the last time we interviewed AJ.
We're like, now when you're looking for this man, be careful on your searches that you don't hit video first because you're going to find some unpleasant or pleasantries depending on who you are and what you're looking for. But what do we got here?
Richard, what about me? Don't I look good?
Yeah. Fuck you, Richard.
Garbage.
Yeah. What are we, trash? I guess he's not the kind of guy that's going to be looking up AJ Chambers on Google.
You
All
never
right,
know.
so-
Could be by.
What else? Okay, AJ. So
Yes.
you're about how far through the film would you say that you are? at
we
this point?
have about 7 or 8 scenes left to shoot, and I'm gonna knock them out here in the next 2 months. So, but
And that
that's
includes
not.
killing Dane.
Yes.
You can say it.
But
Dane,
it
you're
won't
gonna
be
die.
the end. I'll still have to have Aaron make the music for it, and the sound guy will do after I've edited everything together. He'll tweak the sounds, and stuff like
But
that.
you know what? He's far along enough in the process that he provided us with an exclusive teaser. And should we
Put
should
it
This is
together last
exclusive.
night.
I told
should
Dane, I
watch
was like,
it.
this is exclusive because ain't nobody seen it yet.
Yeah.
And we're going to put it on live.
I
So
put it
that's
together
actually what
just for
prompted us
this.
to make this live. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here's a teaser from After School Lunch Special 2.
What the hell? Don't be alarmed, son. We're here to rescue you. Just give me the leg. Just give me the leg and we can take you to the hospital. It's my mom. Mom won't either. I can. Give me the damn leg. Mom! I'm sorry, I ain't your lady, man.
We want blood, we want guts, we want tits, we want gore. Give us blood, give us guts, give us tits, give us more.
Maybe we can get a second ejaculation in there. We use a soap. I'll try to bend down.
All right,
second
so a couple
one.
things to unpack there. We want tits. Okay, so
They said that
it's on there,
twice
Mark
in the
Torgel.
chorus.
Mark Torgel.
Could we explain to the viewers who Mark Torgel is?
He
Somebody
is
Dane-
Melvin. He played Melvin the Mop Boy in the original Toxic Avenger.
And I love that the T-shirt still exists.
Yeah, I made those.
slightly
special.
lighter.
Yeah,
That's the years. That's the years, AJ. That's not a mistake. That's
I
the
made
years.
that T-shirt. I still have it
And then-
too.
And of course, we have the notorious Lloyd Kaufman. Stephanie, did you know who Lloyd Kaufman was before this?
I
Film
didn't
came
know
into
like
your
his
lap?
name, but once I Googled him, I recognized him from movies.
Sure.
I saw him on that last day of the shoot. He gave you a copy of Toxic Avenger. Have you watched it yet? Come on.
I haven't had time. I never have time. I've been traveling so much and I haven't had time. I need to like bring my portable DVD player on like one of my trips or something.
It's
I haven't
classic.
watched the movie in years. I thought about that the other day. Like, I haven't watched the movie in years. It's bad.
I was
I
like
just-
7 years
watch
old
this movie?
when I saw it for the first time, and it changed my life.
Okay, I promise I'll watch it as soon as possible. I'm the worst. I'm so mad that I didn't get him to sign it. Like, I didn't think of that until I was driving away, and I'm like, I'm such an idiot.
I got him to sign my Toxic Avenger poster. It's right here. But yes, please watch it and
I
report
will.
back to us.
I'm terrible. I just never have time anymore.
Life of a stripper. Always busy. Always
Now,
busy.
AJ, they say never meet your idols, but you not only met your idol, you hired him to be in your film and flew him out to Council Bluffs, Iowa. It was crazy, like getting to meet him. Dream come true for me personally. They say never meet your heroes. So how would you respond to that?
I've had bad experiences in the past, but with Lloyd, it was great. He was super nice. Like,
Great. Dane, throw that picture up again.
Which one? This one?
The one that you just, yeah, AJ doesn't look happy at all in that picture. He looks miserable. He looks miserable.
And here we are.
There we are.
I was a little worried because if you watch some of the making of his movies, like he's a little intense, when he's directing. It's his time, But no, he was super cool with us.
Well, in the last Blockbuster, when they interviewed him for that, which is on Netflix right now, he has like a whole 2-minute segment, and he's very intense in that.
Yeah.
But it was all, the director. We interviewed the director of that, and he told us that was all an act. That's on camera, Lloyd.
Yeah, right.
And you can tell, like when he was shooting his scenes, like when the camera was rolling, that dude was like just in a flow. He was like, he knew the general lines, what to say, but he would like just throw in different. I guess he would like ad lib and improv different things, and I was like laughing the whole time. I mean, it might make it hard for you to edit that later, but
no,
that's my question. Is that an editor's dream or an editor's nightmare?
It's good because you have a lot to work with, and as long as there's shots where you can cut away and cut back, like you don't even have to have his face on screen when he's talking. You could show the crowd and whatever.
This is one from behind the scenes thing from our scene with Lloyd that I would like to bring up, just because I think it enhances what a sweet person he is. You brought a chair out for him because we're standing out, close to a field. It's hot outside. Like you say, he's elderly. There's a chair sitting there, and you're like, "Hey, Lloyd, we brought you a chair if you want to sit down." And he goes, "Well, let's let Stephanie sit there." And I just thought that was, what a gentleman and what a sweetheart. I mean, he wasn't gonna,
He took to Stephanie right away. He loved her.
Well, I don't know why.
The whole time he was always letting me sit down and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why you're hideous. Let's see here. AJ, is there a just kind of a release date thought idea?
It really depends.
I'm
I'm hoping before the end of the year, like late fall, hopefully. If not Christmas, somewhere.
Is that when
there.
the last one came out? It seemed like it was.
I
mean, it wasn't
I think
cold
it was.
outside, but it was.
No. It came out in the summer. I remember finishing and making the DVDs right around this time because I took them down to Crypticon, Kansas City, 2 years ago.
That's right. You did. All right. Before I know everybody's got shit to get on to, so let me ask you guys this. Stephanie, I'll let you go first. Go ahead and tell the people where they can find you, but not stalk you, and not. What do you want to promote? And if you want to talk about your social media presence or where people can find you, go for it.
I'm known as Stephanie the Stripper, and so I started StephanieTheStripper.com. Pretty easy.
Perfect.
And on StephanieTheStripper.com, it has like links to all my different pages and all my different porn pages and stuff like that.
And give me your money.
Well, some are free and some are not free. It just depends on which page you go to.
But you're gonna see tits either way.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for being on the show. You're lovely. My bachelor
Thank you,
party,
Pat.
blah, 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 blah. We'll have you back for maybe a party cast or something. AJ, we're coming to you now, my friend.
Where can we see your tits?
I'll have to make that.
I guess what he's saying is show us your tits.
Go to hodgebob.com or anywhere on social media. You can just look up Hodgebob and something will pop up.
Hey AJ, there's a question for you to answer here from Nerd Pandemic.
What kind of
definitely
editing?
a real person's name.
Once I start editing, I can't stop. I've been editing throughout.
It's like taking a piss.
Yeah.
Can't stop once you started.
It's an addiction for me. Like that's the most fun part. Well, making it is fun too, but once I start editing, I just get hooked and I don't sleep and it's terrible. But
interestingly,
probably
you spent the most time editing Stephanie's nude scenes. A lot of freeze frames and zooming in.
Yeah,
you did edit a version for me, and I put it on my OnlyFans.
Yeah. I just took the shower scene and put it as slow-mo, and then put like the like the sex music behind it.
Nice. All right,
Nerd Pandemic says he's Tobias, by the way. He's been in front of AJ's camera, and Steph has been in front of her.
Yeah, I did on Hodgebob
I don't
TV
know whether
on
that's
YouTube.
Creepy or whether
Tobias
I don't know.
from Arrested Development.
It's out of context for me, so I don't know if that's creepy or cool or what.
Oh, it's a photographer.
Yeah, he's a photographer. Right. He does the shibari, like the tie the girls up thing.
See, shame on that's bad on me for not knowing.
Our next guest will be Tobias and a tied-up girl.
I'm so happy to know all of you, except for Dane. We know each other a little too well. But it's a pleasure to have worked with you guys on this and the film. Can't wait for it to come out. After School Lunch Special 2. AJ Chambers, Stephanie the Stripper, Dane Michael, Dames Marvs. See you on the flip.
Oh, and if you missed the teaser, you can just watch this later. That's how these things work.
I'll have somebody else post it since I'm Facebook.
No, it's exclusive. Give us 1 week. Give us 3 days. 3 days. Okay.
You got it. 3 days.
Some people went without power for 3 days this week. And
I did. It stopped.
Yeah.
And
how do you
I went without power for like a millisecond. So
fuck you.
I think you just lived in the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah, apparently. People across the street had power and I didn't.
Oh, that's messed up.
Yeah, they threw a party. It was fucked up.
Well, I'm glad you have power now, apparently.
Thank you.
Anything else? Guys? Anybody? Anyone? Bueller? All right, we're gonna end this broadcast with a still from a scene that might make sense eventually one day.
It will.
Oh, we have one more comment too. Oh, it's Nerd Pandemic. Never mind. I'm done with you.